time to pay attention to the temporary E30, the E30 estate. Obviously, I am going to be taking the whole front end of this and welding it back into that E30, and I'll explain how I'm going to be doing that later on, but there is a method to my madness. For now though, there's actually things I need to remove to even get to the area. Car came with an interior. The dash needs to go.
Well, semi-interior.
A lot actually, I think so. I've got one driver's seat that needs to go. Front suspension needs to go. I got to strip this car a little bit first, and then we can remove the front end of this. And then I'll have 2 front endless E30s.
To be honest, this feels like a bit of deja vu because I have done this all before. I stripped my E30 already, so I know what I'm doing here. But the only difference this time is that I'm actually doing it with a lift, which kind of feels surreal. It's making the job a lot more easier to do, and I just want to thank you all for being here and supporting me along the journey, because without you guys, I would not be here lifting this car up on lift with 2 rusty cars. Thanks guys.
You look like you're taking a shit.
I don't pull that face when I take a shit.
What face do you pull?
I don't take shit, I'm a girl.
Oh really?
Girls don't poop. Ah! I'm okay. I actually am, I just made the sound effect because I'm happy. Yeah, I just got hit by a shot. Like straight up, smacked in the face. Am I okay? I feel it.
You look okay.
I feel really good now, actually. I think I need that slap.
It's already this big.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell? That was so easy, yeah? Best job ever. I think that slap got me good, you know.
Oh really? It'll wake you up, yeah?
Do I have a mark on my cheek? Be honest.
Nah.
And that's under 10 tons of makeup as well, showing through.
10 tons?
So, am I going to end up with a bruise?
Yes.
So after showing the car who's really boss, it's time to drop the whole subframe. And the reason I'm doing this is because the subframe is connected to the frame rails, which of course I need to remove the whole front end. So it needs to come off. And to do that, I have to remove 2 bolts on either side that's connected the lower control arm to the frame rail.
Nice. I think the jack sensors are holding up, to be honest.
And then also another 2 bolts that's connecting the subframe to the frame rail.
Okay. It's out.
So in theory now, when you lift the car, the subframe should stay on the floor. What are you doing?
Let's see. Ready? Keep an eye.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy!
Yes! It's off!
Yeah, I think I need to get slapped more often because I've never worked this fast in my life before. It could be the slap or it could be the lift. I don't know, but I'm going Spider-Man mode. No, I'm going Lightning McQueen. No, Lightning McQueen mode.
Subframe is out the way. Next up is this metal tray here. Has to go. And so does this foam thing. I'm sure it's all heat shielding. Insulation, all of that stuff. But they need to go. Oh, freaking hell. Yeah, we've got to remove all these lines.
Because they're all the way in the way of the frame rail. Right.
Exactly. Literally, you can see. Nothing I haven't had before.
So after eating a dirt sandwich, it's time to remove all the insulation that's covering the transmission tunnel and the firewall. And to do that, it's just a bunch of 10mm nuts and a couple clips.
Nice.
It's just the lines now, right?
Yeah.
And then of course, I can remove the brake lines and fuel lines, which, to be honest, I don't need to be careful with because I don't need them. So they just need to get out my freaking way. Same as the wiring harness, I already have one, so I don't need to keep this one. And then just a bunch of other things like the bonnet latch needs to go.
Fuse box we need to remove.
You sound so happy.
I'm actually
right
getting ill. I think I'm getting cold. But I'm going to finish the job. I don't care.
Yeah, it turns out I was actually really ill, guys. I think I had that new COVID variant. It wasn't great. But on a really positive side, taking off this cover for the heater core revealed just how clean my new donor car is.
That is clean behind there. Compared to mine,
We'll be taking a lot of that.
Yeah, I got my eyes on that.
And it wasn't only that area that was in much better condition.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Good.
I know. My new battery tray is looking amazing.
And now one of the last things we have to do is strip the interior to get access to the fireball and all the spot welds that are on there.
Do I need to keep this chair?
Not really.
Not necessarily, right?
I mean, the floor would be nice not to scratch up, but hey, you know,
The floor's literally got scratches like indented in it.
And whilst Rob gets on with removing the windscreen and all the other bits around the area, I crack on with removing the dash, and also we pull back the carpet to get access to the firewall. And just like that, the front end is ready to come off. Well, nearly.
Okay, now the new E30 is completely stripped. I have taken a lot of measurements. I mean a lot. In every place I could, I took measurements with my new 500-pound tool, which I don't know where it is. Where is it? There. Yeah, I used that to the full extent. And that's just because when I put this front end on my new E30, I want to measure again the same spots I just measured and check that it's the same. So double check I haven't warped it or whatever. So, to even double check again that I'm not going to warp the whole front end when I take this front end off, I have a plan. I am now going to be building a little jig or table to support the whole front end of this so that when I take it off, it will maintain the shape. Essentially, I'm going to be doing like a bar between both frame rails, a bar between the wheel arches, inner wheel arches. Does it say?
Yeah.
Inner wheel arches, the strut towers. Strut towers.
Yeah, that's it.
And also bars from the actual front end to the floor as like a table. To make it just as seamless as possible, try avoid any issues of reshaping, resizing, because when I'm removing this metal, it's making the whole panel weaker. So I'm basically trying to add some more strength with these bars.
Because we're going across side to side.
It shouldn't go in and out like that.
Or up and down.
Up and down. So we need to think about the ways it can move, exactly, and cover our arses in that department. Alright, so right now I'm going to wire wheel exactly where I want to put the bars so that the material is clean to weld to. Bye-bye now.
On my coupe, I removed the front sections off separately, removed one side and then the other side. However, on my donor car, I'm removing the front section off all as one piece, which is why I'm building the jig. And the reason I'm doing this is to make it easier to weld the front end back onto my coupe. Think of it this way, when the front end is off as one piece, all you have to line up is the front end with the rest of the car to make sure it's straight. But if I took off everything individually, like I did with the coupe, there would be a lot more things that I'd have to line up, meaning there's a lot more room for error. And one small mistake could mean that the car will be bent forever.
We're gonna have a bar going from here to here and here to here to straight away keep the distance between the two frame rails the same so they don't go in on each other. We're gonna have a bar from the shock tower to the other shock tower like this because obviously there's height and keeping them two from coming in from each other. Then we will be doing diagonal bars between all of these three bars to basically stop it from going like sideways to keep that. And at the back, we do not have one because we will need this section to remove the battery tray.
But if you put a bar there, you can't get to the spot welds on the battery tray.
Exactly. What is this? BMW tab. When I actually get to taking off the front end, I'm going to start by removing this section to straight away put a bar in. Because imagine I start removing all the way down here.
Oh, it's just the battery tray.
Yeah, it's just the... Who remembers the battery tray? Me. So right now, I think the next step is only logical to cut the bars to size.
And because of how important this is, I decided to hand over the measuring job to Robert, because I am not the most accurate person on this planet. And after Rob marked where I need to cut the bars, I got on to cutting them and resizing them a couple times just to make sure the bars fit really snug between the frame rails. And finally, it was time for my first weld.
Oh, I made a bit of pigeon shit because I was too far.
That didn't really go well. And neither did the second one.
What was that? Oh, I blew a hole! I blew a hole in our new frame rail.
But the more welds that I started to do, the more I was getting the hang of it. And to be honest, it was pretty easy to do that. Because of the welder I was using, the Artec MIG 181 welder has an easy weld setting, which obviously I was using because it removes all the guesswork for you. All you have to do is tell it some information about what you're welding and it literally sets it all up for you. It doesn't get easier than that.
Okay, there's a couple, there's one on one side with the hole through and then this one is not on one corner. But I do think it's still strong enough to hold it.
And trust me, if I'm able to do some welds that are strong enough, you definitely would be able to as well. So if you want to pick up yourself a little project and you're going to need to be doing some welding, make sure you get yourself an Artec welder and you can use Laura 5 for a little discount too. Thank you, Artec, you guys are amazing. And just like that, I have now welded 3 bars into the car, which are stopping the frame rails from coming too close to each other or too far apart from each other. But I also need to stop the front end from twisting. So I'm gonna need to weld in some diagonal bars, which in theory, these diagonal bars should be a lot easier to do. But the tight angles were not doing me any favors. Oh my god, it feels so frustrating. Like, when I'm welding in easy places, so like overhead, or like when I can actually see it, I feel like I was decent at it. There's a lot of things in the way, like this whole cross section here is in the way, and I have to go, like, I'm trying to figure out the best way. Do I go a bar? Do I put my arm through here? Do I put my arm through here? And then not only which angle I can see the best, but in which way can I see what I'm welding? Because I've got this really tight gap here, where the cross section is in the bar, there's like a tiny gap between. And when the nozzle's there, you can't see what you're welding. Shit, I gotta learn somehow. Something I really struggled with during my welding lesson, and that I'm still struggling with now, is my nerves. Even though I have all this protective clothing on, I still think that somehow I'm gonna weld my hands to the bar. It doesn't make any sense, but my brain thinks it does. That was a lot better than the other side. Now I'm actually in a position where I can see the line and get to the angle a bit better. I think I was too far away from what I'm welding because I'm still a bit nervous, to be honest. So I guess I'm building confidence.
Nervous?
I'm extremely nervous.
Put shit in your pants. More like crying.
I should probably check my pants after this. But after hyping myself up a little bit,
Well, now that's gonna hold something.
this is like, if I fall on my back right now, the welds might not be the prettiest,
I mean, you're hanging off it.
but they're definitely strong enough. So with that confidence boost, I went around finishing up welding in the diagonal bars.